everyone. How's everyone doing today? We are live with my guest, Mr. Mecozzi. I see we have some people in the chat here. Just get everything set up here. Wait for a few people to trickle in here. Now, do you want to explain to anyone who is like my normal followers, maybe doesn't know you, who you are, and what you do?
Yeah, so I work at a Stagg High School, which is a school in the southwest suburbs of Chicago. I've had the pleasure of knowing Christian or Tanuki, whatever you want to, refer to as, for. Do I say how many years?
You can
It's over. It's about 20 years, and Christian's been a dear friend of mine for that time. So it's been really cool working with him and on the. We've worked in this marching band program together for a very long time, and he's an integral part of this. I don't know how he does it between what he does with that and his regular gig, and then everything he does here for Twitch and everything that he's been doing for a long time. So this is really cool. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into here, but that's kind of the point. And so we work together. We worked together for a long time, and it's been a lot of fun. And I'm really excited for what we're going to do with this music this year, because I know it means a lot to Christian and everything like that. So, yeah. So bear with me as we do this, but this is going to be a lot of fun.
So just to give everyone a context of how much you know, obviously you've heard the music. We've obviously been playing about this music for a long time now, several months. But do you have any impression do you have any background info on the game? Or what's your general impression based on what you've seen, what you've heard so far?
I think the background knowledge I have of the game is probably just from listening to the music. So if you in the Twitch stream or whatever care, like growing up, just to kind of date myself a little bit, like I grew up with Nintendo and Super Nintendo and like Nintendo 64. So that was my jam growing up. And had all kinds of games for those systems, and like had the Game Genie, which was sort of like the sort of cheat code for Nintendo and stuff like that. When I probably got into, like maybe late high school, early college, just kind of gaming got away from me just from a time standpoint. So like as soon as stuff got, man, it's gonna really date me, but like online, I just was completely like out of the mix. So, like the last probably like. The game I really remember playing was GoldenEye.
Okay.
For Nintendo 64. Like that was a game I loved playing. I bought all the books for like how to get through this level and stuff like that. Some Mario Kart in there too. Smash Brothers was a game that I feel like I didn't play early, and because I didn't, I never got into it because I was afraid of just getting destroyed by anyone that would play it with me. And so that's kind of how far behind on gaming that I am. In case it matters, I've got like 2 young kids at home that aren't into gaming right now. I don't know if they will, so I haven't gotten back into it because they haven't really gotten into it. So, I've got very little connection to the gaming world, but the music and what you can do with it now, it's incredible. And so to do any sort of thing where we're exposing students to the music that's out there in the gaming world, I think it's a pretty cool thing. I'm amazed at the students that I work with every day, the stuff they know. And we've come a long way from, like, even though some of those Nintendo soundtracks are incredible, that's 8-bit gaming systems. That's 8-bit music. I mean, these are professional orchestras that are recording this stuff. Like the Genshin soundtrack, we talked about it. It's London Symphony that's doing it. It's one of the best symphony orchestras in the world. And it's awesome that, like, it's such a much more appreciated genre, One of my still favorite concerts I've gone to was with this guy, Video Games Live. It was awesome. It was a while ago, but it was great. So, yeah.
All right, so before we get started here, we got some people, most of the people in the Twitch chat are most of my usual viewers. We got some people on the Instagram chat. I'll move this over so you can see that. Cool. Actually, one last thing before we get started here, we got to connect your headphones so you can hear, because I don't think you can hear the music yet, right?
Sure.
So do you have the case for your headphones?
I do, yeah, right over here.
Let's see if you can open it like close to my Mac here.
Here, just for a second.
But welcome in. Let's see, we got Kaizen in here. Yeah, Kaizen's talking about how the butterfly effect of you harassing me to play this game has gotten so many other people now into this like web of game here. All right, let's see if it's picking it up at all. You harass for the greater good.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I heard it pairing on my end, but I haven't heard it connect anything yet, so.
Can you put them in here?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, who's in? So we got some people in the Twitch chat, some people in the Instagram chat.
Mm-hmm.
Say hi. We got some people in there. I see already.
We're doing this from our the choir room at the high school I work at. I don't just have a baby grand piano just behind me like at all times or anything like that. So
Not yet.
not yet. Yeah. So that's coming, right?
Let's see here. Yeah, how do you normally, when you pair your headphones to a device, you just open it up near
Yep.
your device? Or?
Open it up. Yep.
It's total normal amount of chairs, yeah.
Yeah. No kidding.
We don't have wireless here.
I can get some.
It's right there. What's your point? 5mm?
Yeah.
So you can go grab those real quick.
All right,
I'll keep
sounds
working
good.
on these.
Yeah. All right. Be right back.
Be right back, guys. Who else is in the Instagram chat? We got a few people in there. All right, we're gonna take Mr. Mecozzi here through the intro of Genshin, which is like the Mondstadt tutorial, kind of like we did with Mr. Betts the other time. We got some geese outside. That's great.
Let's try these.
Okay. So just mentioned. Let's see. I can move this so I can reach here.
Okay.
You should be fine there.
All right.
There you go.
I can hear it now. Yeah.
You can hear it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know when I was just saying, actually, Mr. Betts did this a little bit before you. One of the first things he enjoyed. We're not going through the Natman part right away.
Mhm.
We're going through the intro of the game.
Sure.
And he was just already struck by how good the music was in that, just even that intro
Yeah.
section. So.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to take you through two different play styles and control modes.
Okay.
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to play it in mobile mode, which most people do on their phones or their iPads. So
Mhm.
we're actually going to detach this iPad from the stand.
Okay.
So it's literally just magnetic. So yeah, just lift it off.
All right.
Hiya, papaya!
Something like that.
Thank
So
you.
grab that. You're gonna play it in touch mode for a little bit, and then we'll switch it to controller, and then after that we'll see which one you like better.
Okay.
So I'll go through tap, take you into the world of Tavat.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you're trying to say is that you fell here from another world?
And just let me know if it's too loud, too quiet, or whatever.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
But when you wanted to leave and go on to the next world, your path was blocked by some unknown god?
Outlanders, your journey ends here. Who are you? The sustainer of heavenly principles. The arrogation of mankind ends now.
So now you select one of the twins on the left or the right
Okay.
to be you. Go ahead and enter your name.
All right.
If you're just joining us on Instagram, welcome in. We're starting the Genshin. Welcome in. We're live both on Twitch and on Instagram.
my sister back! And just like that, the god took away my sister. Some kind of seal was cast upon me, and I lost my power. So while we used to travel from world to world, we are now trapped here. How many years ago was it? I don't know. But I intend to find out. When I woke, I was all alone, until I met you 2 months ago.
Yeah, Paimon really owes you for that. Otherwise, Paimon likely would have drowned. So Paimon will do her best to be a great guide. We should head off. Let's get going.
All right. So the way this works, so it's just like on a phone, just on a tablet. So basically, this is one big controller. So you can use your finger on the right side here to move around the camera, like it says. Okay.
Okay.
You can pinch in. Yeah, there you go. And then yeah, moving your thumb in that bottom left area is just like using
Just
the
start
joystick.
moving.
Yep. And you got your action buttons on the bottom right side there. Let's see, Natty B, welcome in. Mattress Firm and Emo, welcome in. We're taking Cozy through the intro to Genshin Impact here. Oh, there we got an enemy. Let's see if we can attack that with your action buttons there.
Oh, okay.
So you got their action buttons on the side. You can attack, there you go.
All right. Let's see here. Okay. Oh.
So you're just going to tap where it says teleport waypoint there just to kind of activate that. So those are basically like fast travel points throughout the game because it's a very large map.
Okay. Should you want to do?
You just tap there.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to kind of close that notification. And
Gotcha.
then now find Paimon. Paimon's like your guide now.
Oh.
And you have the map on the side there. You're just going to kind of go towards that yellow dot. So
Okay. All right.
yeah, so like that. You can climb on walls or climb cliffs and things like that. It's just by kind of going up to it and jumping up to it. So now you want to try and see if you can remember you can rotate the camera with the stick with the finger on the other side. And you want to try and go towards that yellow dot. That's where Paimon is right now.
Okay.
So Paimon's that little floaty guy that was with you, kind of talking with you.
Man.
Yeah, this is what games look like on mobile phones now.
Wow.
Leafy, welcome in. New play, yes. We're taking my colleague here, Mr. Mecozzi, to the intro to Genshin Impact.
Let's see.
Yeah, so as you can see, like as you turn, you can kind of see where your field of view is, and you want to kind of rotate that towards the yellow dot and try and find Paimon. You can actually see her in the
Okay. Yeah. I
distance
do.
there.
Okay. Man. I mean, visually the game looks amazing.
Yeah, especially for a mobile game that people can just play
no
on their
kidding.
phones.
And I knew from what Christian had kind of talked about, just like how like epic of the scale,
The
and the
path
grand
ends
scale.
here. Guess we'll just have to climb. Climbing depletes stamina, and depleted stamina takes time to recover. Okay, let's take the route we planned. We're off to a statue of the seven. Which of the seven are you looking for exactly?
Alright. So keep going towards that yellow dot now.
Okay.
So now Paimon's kind of just telling you where to go, and you follow that yellow dot. So go towards that yellow dot if you can.
All right. Probably gonna just turn it this way.
Okay, you're going in the opposite direction right now. So yeah.
Okay. Go back this way then, I think.
So yeah, you just follow the path. I think there's a general dirt path there you can kind of follow. Once you get a little bit past the statue, we'll switch it to controller and see if that works a little easier for you.
It might.
Because I've seen you play on controller before, so I'm assuming you're a bit more familiar.
Wow.
Yeah, it was designed for PC and mobile, as
Yeah.
Chad's mentioned here. So this is the world of Mondstadt. Now, the music we're focusing on is from a region called
That's a
Montana.
statue
yeah.
of the
This is
seven.
Mondstadt. tap to advance.
There are a
though.
few of these statues scattered across the land to show the Seven's protection over the world. Among the 7 gods, this god controls the wind. Paimon's not sure whether the god you're looking for is the animal god, but Paimon will take you to the animal god's place first, and there's the reason why. As we all
let's
know,
see here.
poetry and language flow like the wind.
How do I say your name? Is it not is something? What's up? We're taking my colleague here, Mr. Mecozzi, through the intro to Genshin Impact.
Oh.
So
Did I
I'm
lose
trying to
Paimon?
go- So you can see the arrows kind of pointing upward, so you have to actually climb up a cliff probably on the side.
Okay.
Or you can click on that to go back to there.
Gotcha,
Okay,
okay.
so now talk to Paimon by just tapping on that name.
Gotcha.
That's a statue of the. There are a
okay.
few of these
Capture those
among
right
the
now.
7 Paimon's not sure. Paimon will take you to the.
All right.
And we're already starting to get a little bit of the Mondstadt soundtrack here in the background. So follow this path downwards.
As we all know, poetry and language flow like the wind.
Just kind of swipe there. There you go.
Okay.
There'll definitely be someone there who knows about your sister. At least that's what Paimon thinks. Whether the gods actually answer you is a different story. You never know unless you try. So let's hop to it.
I'm assuming the M is like meters away from.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I don't even know if you can switch it to feet or anything like that. We got
You
a
can
few more
swim
people in
right
the
over.
Instagram chat. Feel free to say hello. How many of you guys play this game or are familiar with this game, or maybe tried it in the past? Natty B says, "Cozy, you're a natural."
Oh, you're too kind.
AM, welcome in. How's it going?
I do enjoy the comment about using measurement systems that make sense. Well said.
Oh, your phone ran out of space. So this is a statue of the Sun. These are like the major ones. I don't know if you're familiar with like the Breath of the Wild games from like the Zelda series. These
Okay.
kind of expand the map so you can kind of see your way around.
Gotcha.
They also heal you if you need healing. And what they mean by Statue 7, there are 7 characters called Archons that kind of like are the leaders of these regions throughout the world of Tibet.
Okay. So what do you recommend?
So we're just gonna, I mean, you can kind of like scroll around the map here, just
Oh,
kind of
sure.
get
Okay.
a sense of like how big. You can, obviously, this is the only area we've like opened up the map so far.
Okay.
But if you zoom out and kind of like just kind of move it around, you can kind of see all this explored area down on this side. And just kind of get the sense of like, oh, how much more there is obviously that we have not yet touched.
Okay.
And if we have time later, we'll switch over to my account to do a different, like a music game mode, and you can take a look at the map on my account where it's like way bigger and way more explored.
And you told me like essentially each year they just keep adding more and more to
Well,
it. Right?
they've mapped out like a 20-year plan in advance of like everything. So they've kind of planned out like, okay, this is the region we're going to focus on for this year and this year and this year. And when I say Statue of the 7, it's because there's 7 Archons that each lead their own region, and it kind of all leads up to that 7th region, and that's where the story and all the lore kind of point towards.
Okay. Wow. I mean, yeah, the scope of this is like it's mind blowing. It's
Again,
amazing.
a mobile game.
Yeah.
Click on that X there.
Okay.
So we're gonna.
This one?
Yeah.
Ooh, did you just feel the elements of the world?
That's just crazy. Chapter 1 of the overall game. Wow.
Yes.
So
Seems all you had to do was just touch the statue and you got the power of Animo. As much as they may want it, people in this world can never get a hold of powers as easily as you.
and so then I pick one of those.
Yeah, you can pick your dialogue, and oftentimes your dialogue does impact like the way
Right,
characters
okay.
respond to you.
So very cutscene, like where you have some. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. It's because you're not from this world to begin with. If we keep heading west from here, we'll eventually reach Mondstadt, the city of freedom. Mondstadt is the city of wind because they worship the god of Animo. So perhaps because you got power
Yes,
from
very
the god
locked in.
Animo, you can find some clues there. There are also lots of bards
Liz
there,
says
so
switch to
perhaps
computer.
one
Oh,
of
no
them
worries.
has heard news of your sister.
Yeah, we're both on Twitch
Let's
and on
move then.
Instagram, guys.
The elements in this world responded to your prayers, and Paimon thinks that's a lovely sign.
So again, we're gonna fight these guys here. If you remember how to use
Okay.
the action buttons, kind of fight. So now you can see it's telling you, hey, you can tap a certain button to unleash what's called an elemental skill.
Okay.
So in this region of Mondstadt, you get what are called animal powers, or which are basically wind powers. Now you're fighting
Back.
these fire-based enemies. So when you use your skill and when you use your other attacks, you're gonna see it uses the power of wind to kind of defeat them. So tap on the button it's telling you there. You see it swirls that firepower around, and you can do a bit more damage that way. It says you can also hold to charge. So press down on that button and just hold it down. when you attack
okay.
enemies. And then now find more enemies. So rotate the camera a little bit
okay.
here, so you can find them.
Oh, I see. Back there.
Yep. And then you're gonna press that new button, which is your elemental burst. So it's like your stronger attack. See, Swagmaster, welcome in. You're a big
These are
fan.
the animal powers you got from the Statue of the Seven. Oh, Paimon's so jealous.
Right.
Why doesn't Paimon get cool fighting
Hang on a
powers?
second right now. So what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna switch you. You can see here it's telling you to tap Paimon's portrait here.
Okay.
And what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna give you a chance to try out the controller. So go ahead and
Okay.
place that on the.
All
there you
right.
go. Just line up the top. It's magnetic. So yeah, I'll look at it right now.
Okay. Thanks.
You take that, and we're gonna switch you to controller and see what you think. All right, so press. Oops, I'm sorry. Press B
my fault.
on the controller.
Okay.
So get out of this menu here.
All right. B.
There's the bottom. There you go.
All right.
Okay, and press B again to get out of that menu. And now, so your movement's there, your camera is on that stick, and then your action buttons. B, the bottom one is your regular attack. The shoulder button, the big trigger on the right, is your this one is your skill attack. The
Okay.
thing of middle attack, and this Y button is your strong attack.
Strong. So which one was the first one?
Regular is B.
B. Okay.
This is your strong attack, and this is like your middle attack.
Got
This is to run,
Okay.
and then A is just for menu, like if you're kind of going through dialogue, and then
Okay.
X is to jump. There you go, it's
X is
going
to
through all
jump.
this stuff. So,
All
so you
right.
can press this button down as your inventory wheel. There you go.
All right.
So now, it says
Mondstadt.
here, yeah, we're going to go to Mondstadt. So we're going to follow that general yellow button there too. One thing y'all can also do to help you out now too is you can push in on that left stick. It'll kind of show you your general direction of where you push in like it's a button. Press the stick. Like press it in. There you go. Click it. Let go. See, it shows you now.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna
That's
go in that
helpful.
direction. Yeah. So if you're ever not sure,
Nice.
I'll show you
I'll
where
probably
to
have to come back down.
well, either way, we're going into the water. So.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, there you go. Okay.
Now yeah, obviously this is a giant open world, so you could explore and go wherever, even if the map is telling you to go one way. You can always just kind of explore the map, and you can find items to collect, enemies to fight, people to talk to.
Never thought I'd
But,
see
in the
Cozy
interest of
streaming
time,
on
we're gonna kinda
Twitch.
just kind of follow the directions here and get you to the main city.
Okay.
All right. Oh,
You were climbing here.
thank you for the Prime sub there, Swagmaster. Yeah, we're streaming Genshin Impact, so I think we're gonna follow that path more to the right side there. So follow that road there. Oh.
Wow, what is that? There's something huge in the sky.
Let's see here.
It's headed towards the heart of
Oh,
the
I see.
forest.
Okay.
We must proceed with caution.
That's something, right?
Yeah, I mean sometimes they might leave you alone, but if you feel threatened, you can always take them out.
Okay. Which one was run again?
The top shoulder button. There you go. So you hold that down. There
Okay.
you go.
Gotcha. Okay.
Huh? Look at that!
Don't be afraid. It's all right now. I'm back.
Is he talking to a dragon?
Who's there?
Time to play the game!
Welcome in, Sparkle. Thank you for the redeem.
That was close. Paimon almost got blown away.
Oh, and then,
Yeah. Just advance the
Luckily,
dialogue there.
Paimon managed to grab hold of your hair. Thanks. Just what was that? Paimon thought we were gonna get eaten. It definitely has something to do with that weirdo who was talking to the dragon. Yeah, Paimon gets why you're worried. Oh, what's that? There's some kind of shiny red thingy on the big rock over there. Let's go take a closer look.
Alright, so we're gonna climb up there
Be
to get
careful.
that.
Paimon doesn't have a good
Let's
feeling
see,
about
Natty
this.
says for the show, what is the region that the show's based around? Like, we're gonna see if we can get some time to look at that later. But right now, this is Mondstadt, which is basically kind of
Paimon's
themed
never
around
seen a
wind.
stone like this
Once we get into
before,
the city, we'll see
so
if Mr.
Paimon
Mecozzi can
can't
kind
tell
of
what
tell
it
what
is.
region, what culture it's based
All
on.
Paimon
And
knows
we'll talk
is
more
that
about
it's
then
dangerous.
Natland,
Best
which is
we
the one
put
that
it
we're
away
going to
for
show,
now.
around.
Okay, we've got
Bro
it.
says
Now let's
it's
get
Paimon.
out
I
of here.
think it's the original, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so we're gonna head to the city.
okay. Which looks like it's still straight ahead.
Hey, you! Stop right there!
Yeah, I mean, I'm so new to games like this, but I just, the
May
animation
the
is
Animo God protect you, stranger.
incredible.
I am Amber, outrider for the Knights of
And obviously,
Favonius.
obviously, devices are much more powerful these days, like
Sure.
phones, PCs,
You don't
computers,
look
everything
like
that.
citizens of Mondstadt.
But just
Explain
because this
yourselves.
company, they make so much money off these
Well, we're
games,
not
they can
looking for
afford
trouble.
such large staffs, and they
Sure.
can put a lot of development effort into these games to make
That's
them
what
look
all
great,
the
sound great,
troublemakers say.
everything.
Doesn't sound like a local name to me. And this mascot, what's the deal with it?
I mean, we've only been traveling partners for 2 months, but we've already become the very best of friends.
So to sum it up, you're traveling partners, right? Well, look, there's been a large dragon sighted around Mondstadt recently. Best you get it. It's not far from here. I'll escort you there.
Oh, aren't you out here for some other reason?
I thought about the emergency food answer. I thought about
am,
it.
But not to worry. I can keep you both safe while doing that too. Besides,
When
I'm
did this game
still
come
not
out?
sure
Was
if
it
I can trust you
2020?
two
Around
just
2020,
yet.
yeah. So it's a few years old.
I'm sorry. Probably not something I
but
should say as a
for
knight.
source material for like a Marching Man show, it's relatively young.
Okay.
I give you my
Yeah, for
apologies.
sure.
Strange yet respectable travelers.
That sounded so fake.
Do you have something against the type of language usage prescribed by the Knights of Favonius Handbook? Outrider Amber, reporting for duty. Just say the word
So
if you
that
ever
was,
need my help.
That's Amber Splashing. So basically, you now have an additional character you can play as.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Oh, and that switches.
So you can see on the side there, it's showing you if you press right on the D-pad that's below the left stick, you can switch to Amber.
Oh, and it says to use
Yeah.
Amber to defeat the airborns.
Okay.
Okay.
So it says you're gonna hold that left trigger,
Okay.
okay, the bottom trigger.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
there you go. And then you're gonna aim with the camera button. See if you can, and you use the right trigger to fire an arrow. So you can kind of see she has a certain elemental power as well. Hers is based on fire, whereas we have more wind powers. There you go. So now you can go over there, walk up to that, and claim that treasure.
Okay.
So, suspicious
Hiya,
travelers.
papaya.
What are you doing in Mondstadt?
He got separated
Just
from
press
his
the button to
sister
kinda
during a
collect those
really,
items and
really
then
long journey.
Be on our way.
Okay.
Paimon is his travel buddy, helping him to find his sister.
Okay. Now, if I
Oh,
want
looking
to
for
change
your
back
family?
characters, I can, right?
Huh.
Yes. Yeah. You can always change. Yeah. So if you switch over to your
Okay,
character, so press
let me
up, there
finish
you go.
my other
And
stuff
you can always
first,
switch back
and then I
forth
can
depending
help
on
you
what
put
you
up
might need.
posters
Like
around
he
the
uses a
city.
sword, she uses a bow and arrow.
What
Okay.
exactly is
And
it you need to
obviously
finish
wind power,
doing
she has
first?
fire powers.
Okay.
It's simple. You'll understand in a bit.
Okay, so we're gonna keep going to where the map is pointing to us.
All right.
Just to save time, we're not gonna deviate too much.
Got it. Okay.
There you go. So So go up there. She's pointing up in that direction.
Higher. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see how much freedom you have to just kind of go wherever
Yeah,
you
no
want.
kidding.
So like I said, big open world, and they just keep expanding it every year. And they push out new areas and new story actually every about 6 weeks or
A
so.
hilly churl.
So we're gonna go ahead and activate that waypoint just by pressing A,
Okay.
and then now we're gonna keep going to where the map is telling us. So in this area, you can just defeat some of those enemies that are
Oh, I
nearby
see.
you. So right behind you, turn around.
Okay.
See if you can take care of those guys. There you go. See, the open world style gameplay reminds you of Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, a lot of people when this game came out,
These
especially since
monsters
this
have been
first
getting
region's
too
based
close
on
to the
wind
city
powers,
recently.
a lot of people when this game came out
My
kind of
task
compared it to
this
Breath
time
of the
is to
Wild.
clear out their camp.
And actually, when I was explaining this game to Mr. Betts last week, I actually pointed out because he loves the Zelda games like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. So I used that as kind of like the framework to kind of help guide him through the game. He was like, as soon as I mentioned Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, he instantly kind of understood how to handle this game. Yeah, we're gonna see if we can defeat those guys there.
All right. Let's see. Did you recommend I stay with Cozy or should I go Amber here?
Whoever you want, whatever you feel more comfortable with. Obviously, Amber can attack at a distance, but then your character can be more, up close if you are more comfortable with that, or if you feel that's more efficient. One of those guys is on a tower, so you can approach that however you want. Yeah, you have that button, you have the shoulder button, and then you have the strong button once it's up.
Which one's the strong one?
The strong button would be Y, which is your left action button, but right now it's not charged up. It's that one that's labeled Y on the side there. When it's kind of lit up green is when you can use that.
Okay. Oh, here.
Remember, you can use there you go. That's the jump button.
Which button?
Yeah, the top one that you're pressing.
Okay. How do I get there? Here, you know what we're gonna do?
So the left trigger, you want to aim, and right trigger to shoot. There you go.
Nope.
There you go.
Okay.
So now he's on the ground.
Oh, okay, and then. Oh.
So Natty B, are you not familiar with this
Nothing to it.
game, or have you not played it at least? It sounds like.
Though I've got to say, you surprised me a little with your
Oh,
moves
it's that
there.
yes, the tutorial.
Thanks for the backup. How'd it feel?
I'll just say this one.
Now that you mention it, how is it the hilly trails ended up here? These creatures don't seem like the type to set up camp so close to cities like this.
Exactly.
Sorry for
It's
drinking
more
coffee on
normal
screen.
Oh,
than
you're fine.
much but because the dragon, Storm Terror, has been around
Now, for
a
those
lot
of you
more
that are
recently,
following
our
that are
orchards
familiar
have
with the
been
game, I'm
destroyed, and
curious
the
if
local
you
market has been
have
affected as well.
a favorite region sort of to play in, because obviously we're doing the tutorial here, and then a lot of our music is going to be off the Natlan
When
region.
the
So
storms
I'm
hit,
just
we
curious
usually
as I
end
try to
up with
find
at
out
least
more,
a few injuries.
about
so
the
Knights
game.
of Favonius have been tied up, doing the best they
Yeah.
can
So those of
to
you in
defend
chat,
the
what's
area.
your those of you who play? What is your favorite region? Mostly in terms of like
So
aesthetics.
these
and
annoying
like
creatures have been getting closer and
the
closer
culture,
to
the
the
music,
city?
everything.
Exactly. That said,
Okay.
clearing
Fontaine,
this camp
the
helps
one
make
basin,
the area
so-
a little bit safer.
I mean, that makes sense to have that one, no.
Come with
That's,
me.
and that one's
a
the
responsible
water
knight must make
nation.
sure to
Okay.
see you to the city safely.
Yeah, there's some beautiful music in Fontaine, kind of inspired by European and French music. In fact, actually, when we were kind of debating how we are gonna approach this with the show, obviously the world music of Natlan is kind of what lured us to kind of explore that. But when we were still debating, should we take from other regions, and what could we take from other regions? There's a lot of music that I think would make a great ballad from Fontaine. Some beautiful music, but because Genshin is such a large game that encompasses so much, we decided to kind of focus on one region, one type of music, one genre, to not spread ourselves thin. All right, we're gonna actually, we gotta get to the city itself, so we're gonna go follow the road. So,
Let's
yeah,
see.
get back on the main road there.
Come down this way.
Yes. So you can maybe turn to your right
Okay.
a little bit, more to your right, a lot more to your right. Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, just keep following that road, and
Okay.
then actually, if you push in on that left stick again, it'll kind of show you that yellow dot on the screen, and then
see.
you can
Okay.
see we're gonna go across that bridge. If there's a lady telling you to cook stuff, ignore her. We're gonna skip her for now. Let's see. Yeah, the water world Fontaine can go underwater. Sparkle says they like Sumeru and Natland personally. Am likes Sumeru's forest area as well as game-wise and
Smells so
music-wise.
good!
Yeah, you had me learn a song on the piano from Fontaine before I knew what it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Huh.
some beautiful music in Fontaine. So as we take you into the city here, you're going to hear the music. It's nighttime, so I don't know how much that changes things, but you're going to hear the music. So see if you can guess what kind of culture, which region of the real world this one's inspired by and based on. Alright, so we're going to keep going into the city there, where it's telling you to go. Greg, for music-wise, you like not try the newer region? Although Natland's your favorite aesthetically. So this is the city of Mondstadt within the region of Mondstadt.
Let me officially introduce the city of wind, dandelions, and freedom. Travelers under the protection of the Knights of Favonius, welcome to Mondstadt.
Finally, no more having to camp outdoors. But the city folk don't look too cheery.
Everyone's been put out of place by storm terror recently. But everything will turn out fine as long as Jean's with us.
Jean?
Acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Jean, Defender of Mondstadt. With Jean on our side, surely even the vicious storm terror will be no match for us. Before I take you guys to the Knights of Favonius headquarters, I have a present for you, traveler. It's a reward for helping me clear out that Hilichurl camp.
Hey! Why doesn't Paimon get a reward?
Because this reward is useless to you,
Hey,
Paimon.
Jason, welcome in. How's it going?
But I'll treat you to a traditional Mondstadt delicacy, sticky honey roast.
Sticky honey roast!
Come with me. We'll head to the city's, high ground.
Guys, we gotta find her in the upper regions of the city here.
Okay.
So you can follow that, the little yellow line now kind of guides you, especially in areas that are densely populated like a city.
This used to be a
Sometimes it can be
bustling
hard to kinda
street,
figure out where
but with
you're going,
so
so
many
they
storm
give you
terror
this
attacks
path to kinda
recently,
guide
the
you around.
usual crowds are nowhere to be seen.
Okay.
Except for the local tavern near the city wall over there. They haven't been affected. If anything, their business is better than ever.
Jason, have you played this game? I know you've heard of it and are familiar with it, but I don't know if you've played it. We're going through the tutorial region of the game.
Which it's crazy that this is the tutorial region.
Yes. And it is one of the region, like the major nations of this world. But they've used this as a tutorial, but they do keep coming back to it now in subsequent parts of the game to kind of expand on the story and expand on the lore and how it fits into the greater picture. This region's super small, actually. For now.
Are they going to expand it?
Yeah.
Okay. this is good music too.
So have you kind of figured out which real world culture this is based on yet? Just from the architecture, the style of the music, maybe
Get the windmills,
names of things and places and people, maybe the outfits and...
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Saeed. Wrong button. My fault.
That's going in the highlight reel.
Well, now I have to have like conversation. I almost tried to kill the guy. So, see, I'm leaning towards like France
Okay.
or Spain.
It is European.
Okay.
Fontaine is the France-inspired
France. Okay.
one.
Yeah, that's right. You mentioned that. So,
We'll let you go a little bit longer here. Maybe when you catch up to Amber here,
okay.
you can maybe learn about more.
You gotta keep going up, right?
There you go.
I'll just go. Okay. There we go.
So, the present I want to give you is a wind glider. Outriders use them to ride the wind, and the people of Mondstadt love using them too. I brought you here to give it to you, so you can experience it right away.
Oh, you're really excited about these wind gliders, huh?
Well, that's because the wind is the heart and soul of Mondstadt.
Thank you for the clip,
Alrighty
Dragon.
then, enough talk. Let's give it a whirl. It's easy to use, but you still need to pay attention
Bound
to
to
my
happen.
instructions.
Okay, so now
Dangerous. Proceed carefully.
Remember, well, X is your jump button, and then if you press it again while in midair, you can glide. And you want to
Okay.
go to where the yellow dot is. So go ahead, jump off the cliff.
And then hit X and
Yep.
X again.
Yes. There you go.
That's pretty cool. Let's see. And light again, right?
Yeah, you could.
That's pretty cool.
The sky.
Ah. See, I see the dragon, and I think of all the old school bosses that I'd have to try to conquer on like NES or Super Nintendo, and you played like Super Mario World,
Oh, yeah.
right? Bowser and that weird like balloon-looking thing. And you have to- yeah. So, yeah. This is a step up in class.
A little bit more in design there. Yeah, so now we're setting up again also a lot of story for this tutorial. So in the tutorial has kind of story. And again, the music in this part of the game, like if we were to do a show based on Mondstadt, this would be like a more exciting part of the show. You can get into like a more of like a confrontation.
I'm preventing
like a
your
battle
fall with
portion
the
of
power
the,
of a thousand
story.
winds. Now, concentrate. See yourself grasping the wind. Harness its energy.
So art's the trigger, right?
Yes. So yeah. You can also look on the bottom right there. Kind of gives you kind of a guide of what your options are. So you can aim. Their health bar on the top there, so you can see how much more you've got to take them down.
There was an Ace Combat game I remember playing on PlayStation. It was called Shattered Skies.
You've
So-
actually got the power to
The
go up
cool thing with
against
this
the
game too,
dragon.
as you guys are
Are
meeting
you a
some
new
new characters
ally?
here, even though it's
Or
an
a new
open world adventure and you
storm?
get a lot of the exploring and the kind of the battles from time to time, like
Storm Terror
skirmishes.
is
This game does a
attacking
lot to kind of
Mondstadt
like
itself.
dabble in different genres and playstyles to kind of appeal to
Kaya,
different
Traveler,
people that
you've
want to
come
play
at the
different
right
things.
time.
Yeah.
We must.
Like again, because it's an ongoing game,
Hold
they'll do
on,
things like
Amber.
limited events from time
Are
to
you
time,
perhaps
and you
forgetting
might
to
get things
introduce
like
us?
almost like a chessboard game or other things
Oh,
like a
right.
card game and
This
things like
is
that.
Kaya,
So they
our
do dabble in
cavalry
different
captain.
genres to kind of appeal to people that like different
These
styles
two
of
are
gameplay.
travelers from
That's
afar.
cool. Yeah.
From afar.
I like that. That's sort of that
Is
got
that
that
all we
homage to a
know
lot
of
of
them?
different,
Long story
You know,
short,
if you were to play much more of the game, there's a lot of cool references in just the dialogue that like just obviously gamers would recognize.
see.
Or just people.
Welcome to
kinda
Mondstadt.
take in
Though
different,
you
like,
haven't
pop
arrived at the
culture.
best of times, I understand the anguish of being separated from family. I'm not really sure why you're looking for the Animo God. Oh, but everyone has their secrets, right? Relax. I won't press you for more. First and foremost, on behalf of the Knights of Favonius, I would like to extend our thanks to you for your help just now. Your fight to defend the city against the dragon just now was witnessed by no small number of citizens. The acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius is also very interested in meeting you, and formally invites you both to our headquarters.
Okay.
So you can see it. Just press that shoulder button. This is the top left button there to open the shortcut wheel. You can access the character screen. There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
So if you were to kind of angle the control stick down to that, you can choose that if you wanted to change something about that.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
have to, but you can. Yeah, you can see if you push in on that right stick, kind of like you did for the left stick before. So on the right,
This one?
Push the right stick as if it's a button. Push it in.
Oh, push it. Okay.
Yeah. So you can see where you could change that
Oh,
aspect
okay.
of them. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay. All right. So lower. Okay. And then X is the glide, right?
Yes, jump and glide. Alright, so go toward the yellow dot where that is. Alright. We need to go up those stairs.
Okay.
maybe. Looks like it's a little bit higher than us.
Okay, do some climbing.
We can climb.
Oh, okay. Which one's run again?
The right shoulder button.
Okay. Just in case.
Just hold it down.
Okay.
But yeah, but going back to the topic of how each region's kind of inspired by their own culture. I know I was
This
talking.
seems to be
I
the
think we were
Knights of
at, we were
Favonius
at Providence
headquarters.
or whatever,
Let's
just kinda
head
hanging
in.
out after the performance at a competition, and like the idea came out. Hey, let's call up every other band that's in our class. You can do Mondstadt. You can do Ue. You can do Inazuma. Because each region is just so rich in terms of like the music that we can kind of pull from.
Oh. There we go.
Jean, what's the hurry? I thought we agreed to meet them here.
there have been sightings of Storm Terror outside the city. Once we meet, we must.
Relax. I'll lend a hand when the time comes.
Jean, I've brought them. And once it was over, I brought them straight here.
Mondstadt welcomes you, Windborn travelers. I am Jean, acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. This is Lisa, our resident librarian.
Oh, are you sweeties here to help us out? You're both so adorable. Sadly, the timing is regrettable. Storm terror has caused quite a ruckus in the region since its recent resurgence. Simply put, Mondstadt's elemental sphere and ley lines are now akin to a yarn ball in the paws of a kitten. For a mage, it couldn't get much worse. My skin is one elemental particle away from a full-blown breakout.
If it weren't for this interference, the Knights of Favonius would have... We simply ask that you repose in Mondstadt while we help you seek out your sister.
Paimon will help too.
Good. In that case, we need a plan.
With Storm Terror now directly attacking Mondstadt, we may have an opportunity to cut this problem off at the source. Lisa has revealed the sources of Storm Terror's power with her detection magic.
Is that so?
They're located in the abandoned Four Winds temples. Storm Terror's ability to whip up these kinds of storms can be attributed to it drawing power
So what
from the
country
temples.
do you believe this?
Our objective
I know-
is
I
to
know
deal
what it
with
is.
three
Oh,
of
so
the
is
four
it? Let's see.
temples.
So I'm assuming it's Europe.
Yes.
I trust everyone
Think
understands
of like
why
even
we are
like
only
the region
dealing with
named
three.
Mondstadt. And you kind of look at the style of the architecture, their
Paimon
fashion.
doesn't.
Is it more like, like Scandinavian? Or
Think
my-
more south.
South? Okay.
Yeah.
Knights of Favonius, time is against us.
It's not like Germany, is it?
Germany.
Is it? Okay.
The storm is rampant.
Well, I mean, like if you,
I
if
can
you-
see the- yeah,
Need to
okay,
maintain
A
okay.
lot of it
defensive
takes from Germany. A
position.
lot of it also is just kind of generic, like
All right.
medieval fantasy.
We need
almost.
to
Okay,
take
okay.
initiative and act before the situation escalates.
There you go. So that completes the intro tutorial. We're still
Okay.
there's still obviously stuff in Mondstadt, which
Sure.
is a tutorial region. But for the interest of time, we're actually going to switch over once we get through these
Okay.
notifications here. We're going to switch over to my account.
Okay.
Because right now, even if we wanted to keep going, you would need to be what's called a higher adventure level,
okay.
which it's because we wanted to kind of skip through the all the extra stuff. Didn't want to go exploring too much. I don't know if we're at a high enough level right now. Because the next thing would be it's not that it's just that
No,
we
it's
can do a lot of exploring on the side. But the next thing that would happen would you would go to the temples that she talked about, this Temple of the Winds, and you would go through. They're like puzzle. Oh, they're almost like Zelda dungeon like. So you go
Gotcha,
through and kind of
okay.
solve puzzles, get from room to room, and then like find that treasure in that one in that temple, and go from there.
I like the yawn. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And you met so far about like 6 characters or so.
Okay.
The game currently already has over 100 playable characters, and then obviously way more non-playable characters that you just kind of meet throughout the course of the story.
Wow.
So we're actually going to switch over to my account here somewhere. So I have to log in. And then we're going to have you play some of them. Like I said, the game dabbles in different modes and genres. So actually, we take
Okay.
control.
Yeah, sure.
So we're gonna go into a rhythm game that's in this in the game, and you're gonna
Okay.
try out some of the music stuff. I know when Mr. Betts tried this, he tried because he saw that I did it at the hardest difficulty, and he wanted to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to. You can choose any of the difficulties. But think of it like a either like a DDR or a Guitar Hero.
Got
Now,
it,
you can
okay.
either play it with controller or touchscreen.
All right. I'll do controller. Yeah, I'll do a hard level. So
Okay.
you know, why not, right?
I think you can handle the harder ones and do pretty well. Like he was doing it for the first time on those hardest difficulties.
Okay.
And he was scoring over 80 and 90%. So.
Okay. All right.
Let's see. You feel like Jean's last name sort of would hint at what country it is? Do you wanna give everyone's last names in the chat? All right. So we're gonna switch into here. You said you want to try it on controller?
Yeah, I'll do controller. So all right.
I have to go in and switch it back to controller here.
Okay.
And while we're loading this up, so obviously we have had a lot of people that were in the chat, either in Instagram or Twitch. People that there you go. That's Jean's last name.
That makes sense.
There you
Okay.
go. But we had a lot of people in the chat that are already like people that are in the marching band, so
Yeah,
they're
sure.
they're very familiar with you. But for people that are either watching this live or watching it on Instagram Reels, what would you say to people that are maybe kind of interested in marching band? Like obviously we are expanding to not just choir, but also we have this large incoming middle school class or 8th grade class. And what about people that also too maybe that are already that you already know from your other band programs, but maybe they're not in marching band?
Yeah, so, shameless plug time. Big thing that we, are kind of focusing on is, first of all, the school that I teach at, that Christian that works at and that he went to, it's a pretty big school. we have 2,500 students that go to this school between 4 different grade levels. So freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and a good percentage of them are already in the music department. Some schools marching band is like part of the day, like it's curricular, it's included, right? Some schools it's not. It's extracurricular. It is outside of school, so everything is after school. And this is my 18th year at this school. But even before I got here, the school itself is over 60 years old.
Yeah.
And, for as long as I can remember, and predating me and going back, it's always been a competitive volunteer program, meaning that students that are already in music that want to do it can. It's not part of their class. They don't get a grade for it. It's all after school, just like any other activity, any other thing you choose to do outside of school. So that isn't actually what I grew up doing. I went to a high school where you met during the day. You had one night rehearsal a week. There were no competitions, and it was all just it was games and a community parade. And I had a great experience. Like, a big reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now is because of my high school experience. And so, I want to try to give high school students the same type of experience I had. When I got here, I sort of saw what this community valued and took seriously. And so that's kind of steered the direction we wanted to go with it. And now that, I think Christian and I worked together really well, and people before us worked together really well. I think we wanted to sort of expand kind of what we think the activity is, because I think things are different in 2026 than they were in 2008, 2010. And I think doing stuff like this is a pretty cool thing. So in terms of what this activity is, we do some meeting in the summer, but it's not like your entire summer's gone. I have a family. We go on vacation, our staff. We don't take vacations together. I'm not like, going on vacation with Ponte or anything like that. So,
You guys know my vacations. I take you with me.
Yeah, exactly. So, but then we meet in the fall, only to about the middle of October. And I think sometimes what a lot of people think is that this whole thing is like, it's a year long. It's 24/7, 365. And it's not. We do other things throughout the year. Like, so right now in the band world, we're getting ready for a musical we do in about a month. We're doing Mean Girls. And so we have a pit orchestra we do for that. In the winter, it's jazz band and basketball band and stuff like that. So we don't run this thing the whole year. And we have kids that do other activities in the fall and still march. We've got kids that were like, what if I want to play basketball or wrestle? Yeah, those are winter activities. There's like no conflicts. Or kids that ask like, well, what about if I want to take this class or this class? Well, because we meet entirely after school, there are no class conflicts. So, and other people come in with like, I have no music experience. Well, color guard doesn't require any experience to do any of that. Or we've had kids come into our front ensemble, which are the instruments that don't march, but they are a big part of the show, that, hey, you can join. This year with choir, I think the world of Mr. Betts, who was here last week, I think it was on the stream. He's a big proponent that, like, everyone can sing. And at some point, someone tells them they shouldn't, and that's what stops them from doing choir. And Betts' whole thing is like, hey, I don't believe that. And so, this is just a way for us to expand. And I've been telling kids that we're talking about the stream, this is a world music show that just so happens to use, like, marching band as the medium. And so it's forcing us as staff and directors to really take a creative look at it. But we want to try to expand what we offer and think about this whole thing differently. And so, Christian's really sort of taken the lead on it, and which I'm thrilled about. And because this music and the Natlan world and this whole experience so much better than I do. And that's awesome. We shouldn't just limit it to what I know. There's a whole world of stuff out there. So.
Actually, since you bring that up, why don't we real quick, let's explore a little bit of Natlan before we get you into this
Sure.
game here. I'm just gonna reposting also the. Let me see here. So right now we're in actually the current region of the game, which is Nodcry. We're gonna take you over to, and I'm also gonna give you a character that I use to get around the map more, just because they fly, so it's a lot easier. So we're gonna switch over to this team here. And we're going to go to Natlan just so we can get a sense of the aesthetics of this world.
Okay.
So I'm going to go, let's take you over here. this mountainous region, valleys. You can see they one of the cool things about Natlan is they like to do a lot with like graffiti art and paint. And you can see even on the mountains themselves, they have that there. You can see the animals of this world are very colorful.
Sure.
So you can see more paint down there. So I think that would be a kind of cool visual aesthetic we could utilize.
Yeah.
I know some other schools, we can talk more about this later, but other schools have used things like, they'll find a way to make props that are large but not like heavy, and ways like that they can kind of depict like mountains, and maybe something that we can kind of look into as well. I know we have those backdrops; those are always an option.
I've always really liked the flute work in this soundtrack too. You know, so.
And the cool thing with this game and with this region of the game is that yes, this is Natlan. Natlan is made up of 6 smaller tribes. Each tribe has their own aesthetic as well. So a little bit of you're hearing like a little bit of like the flutes and things like that. I don't know if you guys can hear in the chat. Let's see. I know there's there it is. So there's that stage over there. We're gonna go over there. I don't know if they have much going on at this time of day right now. But they'll often they'll have music. Can you hear the Can you hear the game?
I can.
You can. Okay.
Wow.
So you can see they've got these performances and dances and all
Oh
that.
my goodness.
And again, that's just this region.
Wow.
So they have more of what was a good way of describing it? In the game, it's described as geo. Think of it like kind of resonating with like the power of the earth.
Okay.
Other regions here, like we've got this people of the springs. So we'll travel here and see if we can kind of see that aesthetic. What are we doing on time? 5:50. I do want to take you through some of the music stuff.
Sure.
But you can kind of see here, this is much more of like an aquatic area.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see they have a bit more of like a beach vibe. Hanging out. And then we have, let's see here, this, let's see if we can find it. Yeah, the Scions of the Canopy. So they're much more in like in the mountaintops and in the tops of trees. So they live kind of amongst the forest there. Here we have a volcano, and as you might know, that volcanoes often have very fertile land. So we have what's called the Collective of Honey. So they do a lot of planting and harvesting, and they provide a lot of food for the region. So if we go down up here, we can kind of see some of those farmland parts of the area. Just glide down here, and you can see more graffiti art on the side there. A lot of a fire aesthetic overall. So if we go around here, I'm pretty sure we have like a bit of an.
Let's fly.
See that there. Very fertile lands of the volcanoes. And then we have some other regions as well. The character that I'm playing as right now, she's actually from this Flower Feather clan.
Okay.
So they actually live. Actually, why not? Let's go. Oh yeah, the Holiday Resort too. That's over in the corner, yeah. But you can see that here, this region, like Natlan as a whole, kind of inspired. The culture is inspired, and the music is inspired by things like Africa or South and Latin America, even like Aboriginal Australia. This part is kind of inspired more by like American Southwest and like the Old West.
Oh, sure.
So
Okay.
You kind of see that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what what it specifically was sort of based off of. So yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, like the different regions all kind of take inspiration from real world. Natlan obviously has a little bit of each of those regions, like again Africa, South America, and all that. Fontaine we talked about being from France. Inazuma is based on Japan.
Okay.
Liyue is based on China, and they do like an annual celebration in that region, Liyue, every year because the game is developed. This one is developed in China. So.
Now, when they expand the game, are they adding like new worlds, or are they just kind of increasing what's already there, or a little bit of both?
So for this game specifically, the world is called Tevat. Now, if you explore the game more, there's a bit of lore as to like the reality of Tevat and what its place is in potentially a bigger universe and the bigger powers that be. But as far as the game so far, of Tevat, you basically just explore these different regions. Again, this is all planned out in advance. So they went through Mondstadt, went through Liyue. This is all building towards. Right now, we're in a region called Nagkrai, which is actually a subpart of the next part, which is called Snezhnaya, which is based off Russia. So everything's kind of been building toward this, and then the factions of this world all kind of point in that direction, and we're heading there within the next year.
Wow, every 6 weeks a new update. Wow.
Yeah, new updates. New countries every year.
What's the company that makes this?
So currently they are best known as Hoyoverse.
Okay.
Initially, before when they first started, the company actually went by MiHoYo, and they actually still go by MiHoYo, but most of the Western world knows them as Hoyoverse.
Got it.
And as far as licensing goes, they basically, because it's a Chinese company, but as you know, sometimes Chinese companies and Western companies don't work super well, so they actually have, I believe it's in Singapore, they have a subsidiary known as Cognisphere that then licenses everything to the Western world.
Gotcha. Okay. So I can let the folks on, that are streaming right now know my only real connection to, besides you, to any sort of video game world.
Sure.
So one of my wife's very best friends, her husband works as a developer for Yacht Club games, and so was one of the developers for Shovel Knight. And from starting that from the ground floor up. So I don't know if anybody is, familiar with that game or anything like that. So, yeah, and has been working with that for years and stuff like that. So that is my only, humble brag of anyone that I know in the gaming world. So, yeah.
Well, 6 degrees of freedom, 7 degrees of freedom.
Yeah,
I
there
know
you
a
go.
lot of people through me. I'll hit the lights in a second. But you're gonna go ahead to that Natlan album there.
This one here, the one that's already okay.
Yeah.
you
So
own.
basically, we're gonna take you through a rhythm game.
Okay.
This one here is the opener song.
Okay.
So again, the song is called Natlan. You
This
can
one?
hear it. Yeah.
Okay.
So you go ahead and click on Go to Perform, and you can choose your difficulty here.
All right. We'll do legendary because why not?
Sure. All right. So again, think of it like almost like a Guitar Hero, and basically you tap these buttons here. You can see, on the D-pad, left, right, down, up, and then you have a BA. So purple you hold down until the ending purple, and then yellow you just press it. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I recommend this in touch mode because it's so much easier in touch mode. You want to do touch mode?
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna press this button to pause here.
Settings.
Let's see, yes. Actually, we're gonna exit because we have
Okay.
to switch it to controller mode.
All right.
Let's see. Nancy, welcome in. All right.
Hiya, papaya.
let me switch this in settings here.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right. So grab the iPad again, and if you want, you can put it in your lap if you want.
Yeah.
I recommend just using that. Hiya, papaya. Thank you for the follow.
All right.
Okay. Can you get it to reach? You can put it in your lap if you want. It's a little easier because that way you can use both hands. Go over the. There you go.
All right. Yeah. There we go.
All right. So we're gonna switch this over. Where am I here? There I am. Touchscreen. All right. You have
All right.
control now. So click the X.
Okay. And then.
All right. So we're gonna go to inventory, and we're gonna go to this thing with the music on there, and you're gonna go begin performance. Okay. So go ahead and to that one.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
And then go ahead and go perform. So like I said, this is the one that we're kind of basing our opener off of. Go ahead and begin performance. And again, I would suggest putting it on your lap.
Okay.
Chat can still see the game, no worries there.
All right.
But now you have all your fingers that you can use. So tap them as they come to the bottom. Again, yellow you tap, purple you hold down until it releases. Yeah, on the purple ones you release. You don't have to tap it again, you just release. So when you get to the end of it, hold it down, release. Hold down, release. Yeah, you don't have to retap at the end of the purples. There you go. Hold and release on the end purple. You don't have to, there you go. Don't tap it again, just release.
Definitely.
Yeah, you're creeping upwards. There we go.
All right.
So crack that 80% there. Nice job. So again, that's what we're thinking for the opening. You can hear like some of the cool things about the song,
Definitely.
Including some of the instruments that aren't necessarily Western. So obviously we can find ways to do that in the show, but it'd be kind of cool if we can maybe at some point get some of those instruments in and get some kids that are interested in playing those.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's just like a good opener. So
Let's go to select song.
Okay.
Time. We can maybe squeeze in one or two. But,
Okay.
Let's see here. What's one that I want to have you do? Let's go back to actually press the back arrow over there.
Okay.
So this is one I'm thinking for a closer.
okay.
Let's see what else there is. This is one I was possibly thinking for a ballad. Still not 100% on that, but let's give those two a try. Let's
This
see
one.
this
All right.
out. So this one I thought was in 12/8, but according to this, it's a fast 3.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it's a cool vibe though, this song here. So don't retap the purple circle at the end of the line. Just that's where you let go. There you go.
That's a good work as a ballad.
It's a very calming vibe. Now, the reason why I'm back and forth is I'm debating if we want a calming vibe or if we want to go with more like a sad vibe to kind of like tell a story with this with the show. So we'll see what we end up going with. But potentially that closer that I was talking about. Let's see here. Ooh, 87%. All right, let's go ahead and select a song. Let's see here. Let's scroll down to. This one's a cool one, but it's in 7, so we're not
Yeah,
gonna use that.
good. I think we're good.
Let's go to that one. So go to perform. Choose your difficulty. Alright, here we go.
All right.
This definitely has the tempo and the energy that I think Mr. Romano would prefer for a closer.
That's our drill writer. Yeah. totally. Yeah, I was creeping up there.
Even though this has a faster tempo, it kind of brings back some of the melodies that you hear in that original theme. So I think could be a cool way to kind of bookend the show. It does use the choir. This guitar solo doesn't necessarily have to be a guitar. I think it could be a cool wind solo. Some chat for those chancellors rerunning. They're running next patch, right? Which is very soon, I think. Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday is the next update for the month's expansion. Don't re-tap the purple at the end of the line. It's just
Sort of almost halftime groove.
oh
there.
yeah. And I think it gives a bit of variety too, because I was worried too. So this is basically the final boss music of this region, or at least the final boss for the major part of the story. And I was worried that a lot of it would be very repetitive, but especially if we're kind of condensing this down to fit into a closer of a marketing show, which is essentially a 7-minute show. I think there's enough there that we can kind of like get a good variety just out of that.
There. Almost has like a Trans-Siberian guitar feel to it.
Again, I'm trying to go in my head and kind of imagine that solo and different instruments. We've got a lot of talented musicians in the band, and yeah, we have some guitarists, but just like imagining on what other instruments that could be played on. It kind of excites me as to the possibilities.
Absolutely.
Almost 90%. Well done.
Hey. Yeah. So that. We So my kids have we have it's the next gen at home. It's that little like that box we got it for them for Christmas this year. So, and it doesn't have like that, but like that very almost old school Wii like interactive kind of thing. So they've been enjoying playing through stuff. Now my kids are 9 and soon to be 6, so there's a lot of like there's Gabby's Dollhouse games and some Bluey and some stuff like that. So that's been their sort of introduction to gaming. So and then there's oh gosh, what is it? There is I can't believe I'm saying this in the there's a Unicorn Academy game, I believe, that they like, which is not nearly the scope of this, but it's that sort of like multiple worlds, and there's a guide, and
Yeah, and then again, like I said, Genshin kind of explores different genres that I'm sure a lot of people, depending on, regardless of their gaming experience, they can enjoy different parts and aspects of the game. I know we're running short on time. I really want to quickly just kind of play you. I know we were talking earlier about some of like the amazing music from some of the other regions. So I want to play for you a song here. This is a very popular song as far as you can just hear it just by listening to the page here.
Sure.
But you just listen from that page. You don't have to go in. Unless you want to play it.
No, I'll do it. So.
Again, if we were to do a show based on this Fontaine region, this France-based region, I was thinking about this for like a middle ballad.
No, she's got a French horn there.
It's called Love. aveugle.
It's got a tango feel to it.
Let's see. Bootleg Savior, welcome in. Seeing Cozy play Genshin is dystopian? What?
Who said that?
Bootleg Savior. I can't tell you that right now. I can probably peek at their
Hi,
profile
Bootleg
pic
Savior. Kind of like that, like 3+3+2 kind of feel.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Le grand amour ne suffit pas, seul un adieu fleurira. C'est notre histoire de vie, douce et amère. Moi, je serai toujours là, à voir le monde et sa beauté.
Cassie and Tiny, welcome in. This sounds like something from Expedition 33. As Kaizen is mentioning in the Twitch chat, this is the Cinema Character Bus song. Because actually, Genshin put out a live-action music video for this one.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I didn't want to miss the last one.
Huh?
I didn't want to miss the last one.
Oh,
This
this is
thing was
focused.
like,
Wait for it to come.
"Oh!"
93, well done. Yeah, a lot of people like it's just because like the not just the volume of music that's in this
Yeah.
game. Again, it's an ongoing game for I think 7 years now, 6 or 7 years. But it's been going on for so long. There's so much music in this game. There's so much quality music in this game from amazing composers, a lot of performers that record this live. A lot of people joke, and not just this game, but the other games that this company has made. A lot of
Yeah.
people joke that Hoyoverse is a music company that just makes games to push out.
I
their
could see
music.
that. Yeah.
So a lot of people make that joke, and then there's some truth to that. That they care so much about their music. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny because it's true.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's Bootleg Savior's Nick and Taryn.
Oh,
Hey,
guys.
how's it going? How's it going? I can say it even on that stream. So I'm trying to convince. They don't know this, but Nick and Taryn. I think for Halloween one year, they should go as the Proclaimers, the guys that sang 500 miles.
Uh-huh.
You just need Nick to like cut his hair, but just get some glasses, and I think that would totally work. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to convince Juliet to make that happen at some point. So just the headline. So Bootleg Savior. So we're coming for you. But anyway.
Right. So overall thoughts. I mean, I obviously we only went through the kind of the tutorial, and then this is like kind of like a side game there. But overall thoughts so far. Obviously, again, just your initial thoughts of the game.
It's incredible. I think almost because I have so little to compare it to
Sure.
because of my lack of gaming knowledge. But I think the music's awesome. And so whenever here's a little peek behind the curtain for anyone that's interested in marching band. Whenever you're trying to decide on music to use, right? You're looking for things like contrast, and whether that's tempo, whether that's and just the practicality of do we have the group that could do this, and the instrumentation, all that kind of stuff. I love the different styles that are represented. I love that it's different. I love that. Whenever I'm trying to listen for stuff for marching band, I'm listening specifically for, okay, is this translatable to 100 kids on a field or more? We don't have to be limited by that. And as I'm listening to it, it's like, oh yeah, and things too, if I'm picturing it sort of from like an audience's perspective, right? Am I engaged in it? If I'm viewing this from the perspective of like a person watching an 8-minute show in the crowd, is there a melody that draws me in? Is there, what we call impact points. And I think the stuff you've shown definitely has that.
It's just hard to pick enough to squeeze into a marching show.
I mean, that's probably the most daunting thing, and Christian here did so much of the all the legwork for it. But it's like, how do you take I mean, how many hours of music are probably just? I mean, it's
Just even just the number of tracks alone in the game so far is probably into the 4 digits.
And so the ability to try to I think one of the reasons why I think people that do know the game and asked about what are you using for, and kind of focusing on that Natlan region, is because to try to take the entire Genshin world and whittle it down to 8 minutes and tell the whole story, I think is almost an impossibility. So I give all the props in the world for Christian to find a region that seems like it could represent what we want to do with it and find stuff in there. But I think as I listen to, it's like, okay, listen for this as your closer. Listen for this as sort of your ballad. Because for those of you that are thinking about, the marching band and stuff like that, you kind of have your introduction, kind of introduces the show. It's sort of exciting, right? Gets you moving and stuff like that. And then you have your middle song, kind of your typical fast, slow, fast. We typically do anywhere between 3 and 4 movements, and that maybe third movement is like a percussion feature, and then your closer to kind of tie it all together. So that's what we're always listening for. Last year, I'm sure maybe Christian talked, if you're a previous member of the stream, we did a Tron show, right? And we used music from Tron Legacy and Uprising, and even that has a big volume of music too. The year before that was Spirited Away. And so, I think with each passing year, we've sort of expanded the amount of music you can go off of to do this. This is exciting stuff, and I'm excited to start putting it together. And it's crazy how fast the year goes. It's April 2nd. We're moving on this now, and then June's gonna be here before we know it. So
Sign-ups are coming up and everything. So I know you got to run soon, real fast. But any last words for anyone that's maybe still on the fence about joining? Obviously, we kind of introduced them to the game itself and kind of got them familiar with that. But if anyone's still not sure, whether they've done marching band in the past or not, or they're kind of maybe their friends are familiar with it, but they're still oh, is this really for me?
I think the biggest thing I can say about that is one thing marching band has an advantage of is that we do meet early in the school year. So, and especially for incoming freshmen, I think going to any new place, high school, whether even for the people that are watching, they're like seniors in high school that are thinking about going to college, whether that's like a 2-year school or 4-year, whatever. Is finding something to make a big place seem more intimate. Christian and I both, we met at U of I. We both came from different high schools. We met at U of I, and U of I has 40,000 undergraduates, right? And so finding something that made this massive place feel smaller, feel more connected, feel like I recognized people and could say hi to them and knew their names. And I think marching band has that benefit because it's early in the year. And so we've always told our incoming freshmen, they're 8th graders, best advantage you can have is you've already met a few times in the summer. We have some time we do in June, and then a camp we do in July. So when you walk in that first day of school, you're going to see people you recognize that are juniors and seniors that know the lay of the land and will actually say hi to you, that will actually make you feel welcomed, feel belonged. And I can't think of a better way to start high school, which can be a daunting experience for everybody, than that. To have a crowd of people that have gone through the experiences that you're gonna go through and can help you navigate through that. And it's music, it's creative, and to do something that is connected to something you're familiar with or want to get more familiar with is an awesome thing too. We have, it's not something that our esports clubs do, but we have an esports club that has a lot of music kids that do things like Smash Brothers and Rocket League and all kinds of, and Valiant and stuff like that. So, or not Valiant, Valorant. Sure. Sorry. But it's a lot of the same, we're drawing from a lot of the same crowd. And I think that's the best sell I can make it. And, the ability to be part of something where you are an individual contributing your best effort, something that is so much bigger than yourself, and knowing that I am important because my spot on the field nobody else can do. That's the beauty of marching band. It's there's no bench, there's no, and I'm a sports junkie and a sports nerd, but even in basketball, 5 are on the floor at one time. You have a team of people, but only 5 are making something happen in that moment. In marching band, it's everybody. And so every single voice matters, every single person on the field matters. And so, yeah, I think, Jason just put it, everyone's first string. There's no second string. And it's awesome. And it creates this environment of how everybody has to work together to get the best out of everybody else. So, yeah.
The chat wanted to point out that because this game is available on mobile, you could download it to your phone.
There you go.
Like chat says, play it for 30 minutes a day.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, just like practicing an instrument, right? Yeah. So.
A little bit every day.
Yeah.
All right, but I know you gotta get going, so I'm not gonna hold you too much longer here. But yeah, thank you for joining me on the stream.
Thank you to everybody that followed along and joined us on this, whether it was in the chat or just watching and following along. I'm always amazed that Christian's got the streak going that he does, and so all the amazing things he's done with Fire Emblem and this and all the other stuff. So it's pretty awesome. So it's a very cool world, and I'm glad to have been part of it even for a day. So
Thanks for coming.
So
all right.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, guys. I'll stay with you for a little bit more while I wrap up here, guys. But
All right.
we're gonna say goodbye to Mr. Mecozzi here. Headphones here.
Thank you.
Right. And those of you that have recitals later,
Yeah, good luck on
you guys
good luck on
get
those.
going.
Yeah, right.
You shouldn't be here right now.
I gotta start moving some music stands.
Yeah. All right, chat says goodbye. Have a good day. And they like your hair. Over here as I start packing things up. How's it going, chat? Just got here. Oh, no worries, Satoshi. Welcome in. Let's see here. Yeah, Bootleg Savior, Jason, welcome. Or not welcome, but like, hey, how's it going? Thanks for dropping in. But yeah, so again, we had Mr. Betts here last week. I still have to upload the whole video of that onto Instagram. I just want to kind of cut clips and stuff like that first. We are going to put clips of Cozy's playthrough online. But we still are working to get our next few guests. So we actually have reached out to the feeder school band directors at all 3 of our feeder schools. Haven't gotten a confirmation back yet. So, maybe, give a nudge if you see them. Let's see. Crying Stars, welcome in. How's it going? Welcome. Yeah, if you guys just came in, we were doing a stream here with Mr. Mecozzi, playing Genshin for the first time. He tried out the Mondstadt tutorial up to the point where we get to Jean's office, and then we did this rhythm game here, the Melodic Maestro. That's not it. It's Myriad Melodies, isn't it? I thought it was Myriad Melodies. But anyway, yeah, repertoire of Myriad Melodies. So we went through this, and we went through the different music selections that we were thinking of for the show, which I've almost got locked down. I just got to figure that the last little bit. It's good. Sorry, oh no, you're fine. Welcome in. Yeah, we'll be on a little bit more while I kind of start packing up here. But this will count for today's stream, guys. And then tomorrow we'll be back on. I think we're starting with Genshin again. Tomorrow's stream, probably in the evening. I want to finish what was it? I don't even remember. Let's find out. Also, let me collect my daily Hoyo Lab rewards. What was the thing I wanted to do? Who remembers?
When you lose your way, gaining some.
Not that. Oh, that's right. We were gonna do Milliastra for where is it? Wonderland Treasures. Yeah, we gotta get these Primo Gems, guys. Primo Gems. Did Cozy ditch? No, Cozy was here for like an hour and a half, which was great. It's great that he was able to squeeze it in because he had rehearsal beforehand, and they've got recitals tonight. Which he's just kind of like the MC for that part, but it's because it's all the kids' work that they put into that. But yeah, he was able to put in about an hour and a half. I told him like if you need to squeeze in just an hour, and we can work with that. But he was able to kind of sit in for an hour and a half. And then we'll get, like I said, yeah, he literally just left just like right now, right when I came. No, but like I said, I will upload the entire thing onto Instagram. I got to upload Betts's and I got to upload Cozy's. But I kind of want to go through Betts's and kind of pick the best moments, make more of a highlight reel as opposed to just uploading the whole thing. I can upload the whole thing, but if I can just make like more of a highlight reel, that'd be good too. Woodwinds and their recitals. I mean, we could just take this all up to the theater and just stream the recitals. He played so well, it's crazy to believe it was first. Yeah, he was playing for the very first time. Like, he has never touched this game. He's listened to a lot of the music because, again, we've been planning this show. We revealed this show at the end of January to the kids. We've been thinking about this show. Okay, well, I've been thinking about the show maybe a little bit longer, but I first pitched the idea to the rest of the staff I want to say it was in May of last year. So this was before we even put our Tron music in front of the kids for them to learn for that Tron show we did last fall. Because we put the music in front of them, I think, in June. I was already kind of pitching this. We were at a meeting figuring out which songs to use from Tron. And I was like, hey, what's the possibility of using a choir on the field, or what would that be like in terms of judging? So yeah, we've been thinking about this one for a long time. And we may or may not have ideas for the following show. We'll see. What did I say here? He played so well. Yeah. Well, he was doing the tutorial. He started out in touch mode because on mobile you are forced to use touch mode at the beginning up until you get to the first statue of the 7, and after that he dove into the controller because we were able to switch. Because I've seen him play games on the controller, so I figured he's probably more familiar with that. I didn't know if he was familiar with playing games on touchscreen or mouse keyboard or anything like that, but I've played against him on other stuff on controller. Cozy secretly goated on Genshin. Well, now you guys know he has an account. Like the one you see on the screen right now, that's my UID because we switched over to my account so you could play the rhythm game. But if you guys go into the VOD and check out he made an account, you guys feel free to add him. Actually, can I sign into his account right now? Can I just accept your guys' friend requests? Didn't you say you wanted to do one back when you were doing Fontaine? I mean, like the idea might have come up. I don't know if that was like a serious, like, hey, let's do this for sure. But sometimes the ideas pop up. Like I've got a document that I've had for like a decade of like possible marching band ideas. So still advocating for a FNAF show. Me and Val as Michael and hold on. Excuse me. Whew. Guys, oh, you know what that reminds me? So just before I came here, I don't go to McDonald's often, but I swung by McDonald's because if you guys were here yesterday, we unboxed when I went to the K-pop Demon Hunters Happy Meal. I got the Rumi and Mira trading cards. Oh, you guys got ads? No, I could have. Let's see here. 2+ years ago. Yeah, I don't know if that was like a serious thing though. It was just me, like, just maybe thinking about, oh, this music's good or something. But we should be back from the ads soon here. Mentioned on wanting to get permission from Hoyo or something like that. I probably, again, like it might have crossed my mind. I might have started thinking about that, but I didn't have like a serious like want to do this until the Natlan theme. And this was even well after Natlan came out. But I'm sure I was like just listening to sound, and at some point I was like, this could be a cool marching show or marching like opener or whatever. So that's when we kind of then explored the idea a little bit further. But yeah, I mean, I get those, you know, thoughts like, oh, could this work? Could this work? Could this work? Idea, not plan. It was more like oh, this could have potential, and you know, hey, let's table it. Let's explore later. Goodfish, welcome in. How's it going? If you guys just came into the stream, sorry, I've been not looking at the Instagram side. Anyone still in the Instagram stream? Say hi. But if you just came in and you missed Cody, who's here for like an hour and a half. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, guys, make sure you guys are following on the Twitch channel there. Now, that being said, moving forward, we are still going to keep doing this on Twitch and Instagram. The reason why we started doing the Instagram stuff is because for the middle school kids, like I said, we have invited all 3 feeder school band directors, all 3 of them. No one's written back, so if you know them, give them a nudge. Hey, you should do this stream. But their 8th graders would be fine to watch on Twitch. However, their 7th grade and younger are technically too young to be on Twitch, so we were like, okay, let's do this on Instagram. That's why we're doing the Instagram streams as well. I don't normally stream on Instagram, but let's see. We back. Welcome back, guys. Okay, let me see if let's see. Oh, you didn't get his UID again. The VOD will be up on Twitch like instantly, and then like I said, we'll post it eventually as a Instagram reel of either just the highlights or maybe the whole thing, and you can get his UID from that. Goodfish, welcome in. All right, so as I was saying, before I came here, I was at McDonald's because I got the McDonald's K-pop Demon Hunters Happy Meal earlier in the week, and I got the cards for Rumi and Mira. I just found out today there's not just like 3 cards for Huntrix and 5 cards for the Saj Boys. There's like 14 cards. 14 cards. So we got another one. Should we open it? Should we find out what we got? Yeah? What do you guys think we got? There's 14 different cards. If I can get this thing to open again, come on. I ran into Violet there. Okay, this is like the worst like card wrapper ever. It just doesn't open. All right, shall we find out what I got? Obviously, this one here on the back is the derpy card. So that's just again, it's just a derpy photo card. Hello, friend. All right. So this one here, I'm not looking. I'm actually gonna let you guys see it first. Okay. So I'm gonna show you the back, and then we're gonna I'm not even looking at it myself. I'm gonna look at it on my own OBS here. Let's see what I got. You were just playing Genshin. I'll be when I get home. I'm basically just gonna be playing Genshin. All right. Let's see what I got. It would be great if we got Zoe, or apparently like one of the harder to get ones is Rumi and Genu holding hands. But let's see what I got. It is... I got another Rumi. Does anyone want to trade? I have dupes now. Should I get another Happy Meal on the way home? I already have this one. I only have 3 cards out of like 14. Or sorry, out of the 14, I got a double of the second one. Does anyone want to trade? I want Zoe, because I got Mira and Rumi already. Twice. Oh, thank you for the redeem there, Sparkle. Get another Happy Meal. I'll do it. Just eating so much junk food now. Fast food, I mean. Again, I don't go to McDonald's often. This is only like the second time I've gone since 2024 and eat so much McDonald's. I don't have to eat it all, but it is like $13. But all right, so let's see here. McDonald's. Did somebody say McDonald's? That's not even their slogan anymore. I'm loving it for the past like 25 years. They used to change their slogan like every 6 months. Give it to me, I want chicken nuggets. Do you have a recital coming up? Should you be somewhere right now? And chocolate milk? I usually get the lemonade like the last couple times, but then I just realized they charged me an extra 80 cents for lemonade. I'm like, I didn't even want the drink to begin with. I've only ever known yeah, they've had that since I think like 2002. But before that, did somebody say McDonald's? They had have you had your break today? They've had we love to see you smile. 27. You and Keaton are doing the brass recital. Okay. All right, well, chats. I'm sure my batteries are starting to run low. Plus, I gotta clean up this room now. Gotta clean up my streaming setup. Oh, did I show you guys my umbrella? It's over here drying. You guys want to see my umbrella before we go? So when I ran into Violet at McDonald's, she was like, "Oh, I recognize the umbrella," and she knew exactly who was coming into McDonald's because of the umbrella. Lace now. We got Kachina. We got Smulalani. Kanichi's somewhere on here too. Oh, he's up there, over there. It's my Natlan umbrella. Right, it's mostly dry now. Why is that surprising? What's up? So angry about Scott's death. 27. Oh, I got a wide range of people that watch my streams. The big question is, how old were you guys when you started watching my channel? W Umbrella, you're like ancients. Your friend sent you a photo of your umbrella at Disney. Oh yeah, I brought it to Disney too. Yeah. I realized Tanuki is way older than 20. You don't know that. You don't know that. All right, but anyway, chat. Any last things before we get wrapped up here? I want to keep the Instagram stream under 2 hours if I can, because it's gonna cut off the stream anyway at 2 hours. Anything else? GG's. All right, but like I said, this will count for today's stream, guys. Tomorrow we're starting with Genshin for this Millie Astro Wonderland thing, and then we'll actually switch over, I think, to ZZZ to do the Redo Chronicle, the cooking Redo Chronicle. Let's see, that's Friday. Saturday, actually Saturday and Sunday, I think we're doing Pokemon. I don't know what my Easter schedule is yet, because usually my family doesn't tell me and like our family plans until like an hour before. But I think we said we're doing ZA DLC, Pokemon Legends ZA DLC on Saturday, Pokopia on Sunday. But yeah, you guys excited for the Mondstadt expansion? We're not gonna start story right away when it drops on Tuesday. We're gonna wait till probably later that weekend. And I'm not pulling on Tuesday because we're waiting for Lauma, which I think is phase 2. Knows your age? You don't know my age. Streak lives to see another day. Let's go 5 streams. Continue that stream streak, guys. We should have like actual. Okay, I know this Twitch gives you like channel points, but we should give actual rewards for people that reach like goals, like milestones. And then we'll obviously give like Dragon and anyone that's gotten really long streaks. We'll give you those prizes for all the ones you reached in the past. But all right, I'm gonna start wrapping up so I can swing by and get another Happy Meal. Maybe I'll just donate the chicken nuggets to someone that's like right by me there. Excited for the expansion. If oh yeah, get the coffee in time. Yeah, if you want Sparkle, I'll be home in a bit, and if you want, I can help you kind of farm a bit more of the game. Rapidly starts to age. For Filipinos, it's usually about like 55 or 60, and then I'm gonna like look 90 like overnight, and I'm gonna look 90 for the rest of my life. But all right, I think that's it for stream. Thanks for hanging out, guys. You guys have a good one. I'm gonna sign off here, and start cleaning and putting everything back where I got it. So, again, I don't have a date, or even I don't know who the next guest is on this little series of marching band plays Genshin for the first time. But we have contacted all 3 band directors at the feeder schools, so hopefully it's one of them. And then we'll probably continue the series beyond that, but a big goal is to get all 3 of those feeder directors in before the informational meeting, which is going to be in about 3-ish weeks. We actually found out the date we were going to do is unavailable. The theater's unavailable, so we have to move that date, but it'll be around 3 to 4 weeks from now. So, that was sad news. Uh-oh, what's up? Sonic Colors is one of those games I falsely convinced myself was good, or Colors Ultimate is just absolute garbage still. Could be. Go back and play the original and see how it compares. Or see if it's how you thought it was. So, but all right, we're gonna wrap up the stream, guys. You need help leveling up the chasm stuff? Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can try and. I sent you a map, but let me pull up the map then, and then we'll basically just kind of go around and check each of those spots. Like we're gonna find that last one for you. So, but all right, I'm out. You guys have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow for Genshin and ZZZ. It freezes constantly, eats inputs. It could be just the ultimate then. So, yeah, but this will count for today's stream. I do kind of want to do Pokopia stuff, but I want to like do that on stream. But I don't know if I want to go back live today. So, we'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow will be like a little potpourri of everything: Genshin, ZZZ, Pokopia. So, all right, you guys have a good one. I'll see you guys. Oh, can we rate anyone? Who's on? I don't know if anyone's on. Let me see. Who did we raid yesterday? Was that Pika Court? Did you miss pick? No, I got it all in. I got my Sudowoodo. Who is on? Oh, let's go here. You guys want to raid? Can someone put all the raid messages in the chat? I have like limited monitors right now. Never mind, I got it. Copy the raid messages. We're raiding out. If you're subbed, copy the Hypopeyes. If you're not subbed, copy the redeem first for the Hildebonk emote, and then copy the old subraid command. Let's go raid. As usual, follow on social media. Join the Discord. Are we still live on Instagram? Follow me on Twitch. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Genshin, ZZZ, Pathopia. You guys have a good rest of your night. I'll see you then. Bye, guys.